Gang of Four, das sind in der aktuellen Besetzung Thomas McKnight, Mark Keeney und natürlich die beiden Gründungsmitglieder Andy Gill und John King. Die Band hat sich 1977 in Leeds gegründet und beeinflusste die Musikwelt mit Liedern wie At Home, He's a Tourist und I Love a Man in Uniform. Bands wie die Red Hot Chili Peppers, R.E.M. oder Nirvana sehen sich selber stark von Gang of Four beeinflusst. Nach einer längeren Pause sind sie nun wieder da und begeistern beim letzten Berlin-Festival mit ihrem Auftritt junge und alte Fans. Wir haben Andy und John kurz nach ihrem Gig auf ein Interview getroffen.
So hello, how are you? Two guys of Gang of Four.
We are the two guys of Gang of Four, and it's great. We've had a fantastic time. I mean, it is so wonderful being in Berlin. Haven't been in Berlin for years. This is one of my favourite cities in the entire world, and it's just mad that we haven't played it for such a long time. So it's been great.
Hey, your gig was awesome. You destroyed a microwave oven on the stage. Now I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah. Well, I have very strong powers, but also what happens is that Andy and I have both got combined powers which allow us to do these sort of things. And Andy destroyed a guitar tonight in Anthrax, so there's a lot of destruction.
I see. You also destroyed the table. Well.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what have you done now?
The table's broken.
Did it break?
No.
Aber genug der Zerstörung. 2011 kommt nun das lang erwartete neue Album des Quartetts mit dem schlichten Titel Content. Besonders interessant war die Art und Weise, wie sie die Produktion der Platte finanziert haben.
You financed your record in a very, very interesting way. You let your fans pay for the record. You sold things like helicopter trips, old live material on tapes, and even your blood.
Yes.
So who came up with this idea?
What we wanted to do was, we've got an amazing audience, and most of our audience are pretty young, you know, most of them are sort of under 30, under 25, and so what we wanted to do was give them special things that were really, really nice. We've made beautiful fine art prints of artworks from the albums. The actual when the metal box of content comes out, it's going to have little books in it, blood, drawings, cartoons, pictures, all this kind of stuff. We do private shows for our fans. So people who sign up to be a Gang of Four fan, we don't put the tickets on sale to the public at all. Okay. So we do special things.
And will it be as political and provocative as the old stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think that our approach to politics is try and describe things as they are, and I think politics is basically boring if you were from the point of view of trying to advocate a political platform. But I think there's one of the songs like that we performed this evening, Do As I Say. Natural, yet not as God's made you. Do as I say, do as I do. Before I burn up in the flames, I will give you all the damage. Do as I say, do as I do. Do as I say, do as I do. Andy said, let's write a song about witch burning in the 17th century, which seemed like a strange starting point. But actually, that's allowed us to actually write a song about torture and about oppression. And so, although it doesn't refer to Guantanamo, it doesn't refer to Abu Ghraib, really, it's sort of about that sort of thing. The fact that our luxury and our comfort is a requirement of it, or a function of it, is that we close our eyes to cruelty and oppression done in our name.
I mean, if you think, I mean, because you could write a song just sort of directly about feminism, saying why are women treated differently to men. You could directly address that subject, or you could do it in a way which is kind of weird and funny, and actually talk about the 17th century and say, this is what people did then.
Yeah.
They burnt women just because they were women. And then the follow-on question is, well, that's kind of the way, what's changed? What's changed between then and now? And I think it's a more interesting way of doing things.
Yeah.
There's no point kind of banging people over the head with like, this is what we should be doing, bang, bang, bang. You know, it's like entertain people and give them some interesting ideas and ideas that entertain us, and then we can go from there.
A minute ago, we just bumped into a mate of Andy's, Peaches.
Yeah, she's great.
She's fantastic. And what she does is she absolutely asserts the right of women to own their own sexuality. And she's really, really upfront and straight and intense and graphic. And what she does is, in this sort of pornographied world, where pornography seems to have taken over, or a man's view of what women are, she's saying, no, this is what I want to do. And she's asserted a woman's right to... But she
this is my pornography.
It's my, but she hasn't said, oh, like in some sort of boring way, isn't it terrible the way that women are treated in society? Which is what boring politics is like. And so I think we're more like Peaches, you know, in that area of stuff, really.
Sucking on my titties like you wanna be calling me all the
Gänger
time.
vor sehen sich also ähnlich provokativ wie Peaches und schaffen es, ihre politische Botschaft intelligent zu verpacken.
The teachers of peaches, huh? What?
Aber wie sehen Sie die heutige Punk- und Rockszene? Denken Sie, dass heutige Bands noch Musik mit einer politischen Botschaft produzieren?
Fuck the pain away. Fuck the pain away.
Someone like Peaches, as John just said, you know, is addressing the idea of female politics and so on in a direct way, and I think that's really good. But by and large, no, people, you know, there seems to be too much just thinking about, well, how do we make money? You know, there's too much. How do we make money? And there's not enough of like what it is you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So you think this is more the industry that drives the bands be like they are?
Well, I don't think I think the industry has more or less disappeared. What the bands are saying to each other, because it's very, very difficult now to make a living as a musician in the old model. And so the thing about it, that what they don't want to do, almost like they're in their minds, they're advertising executives, and they're trying to maximise their demographics. And you hear bands, even our old bass player would say this, like, what we should do is monetize the audience. And Andy and I said, we don't want to monetize our audience. We want to involve our audience. We want our audience to love what we do. We want to monetize our audience. That's offensive. It's revolting. Bands should be thinking about their own vision of what they want to be. And then hopefully people will get excited by that thing. What we find as a band like us is we find that we get fantastic audiences who come along, who get turned on by the fact that we are not a commercial band. We've had the privilege of never having a massive commercial record. We had the privilege of being banned when we had hit records. I Love Our Uniform was banned in Britain. At Home is a Tourist band in Britain. And our audiences love the fact that we're an oppositional band who aren't part of that stuff, and they're looking for it.
But many of your audience or your fans are also very good musicians, well-known bands that are commercial. How do you feel about that they refer to you?
I love what they do, because they bands like the Chili Peppers and Block Party and Franz Ferdinand and Futureheads and Radio 4 and Rapture and all these kind of bands. What I love about it is that they say we got this from us. Massive Attack, when we did a show in London 2 years ago, they were sort of a bit apologetic because they'd sampled our records so much, and they were sort of saying, oh, it's really good of us, me and Andy, not to sue them. Not to take the court. Andy met Flea a few weeks ago at a party, and Flea said, I don't know why you never sued the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it's great, you know. And I think, you know, we're part of a brotherhood of musicians, and we've got to respect each other.
Gänger vor sehen sich selber als unkommerziell, werden aber von anderen kommerziellen Bands kopiert. Wir sind gespannt, ob Content einen ebenso starken Einfluss auf andere Bands haben wird, wie die alten Werke der Gänger vor. Und wir freuen uns auf die bevorstehende Tour.